Today we're going to explore using 2 free WordPress plugins that I developed that use AI to enhance the user experience on your website. With applications like ChatGPT and Perplexity becoming more widespread, users are starting to expect the kind of same conversational experience when visiting other websites. So to help out WordPress site owners, I built the Treyworks Chat Plugin for WordPress, which allows you to connect to an OpenAI assistant using the Assistants API and embed it directly on your website. You can find the plugin at treyworks.com, or you can go to the link below the video. So this plugin allows you to embed a chat widget directly onto your site. You can embed an individual one on the page, or you can have a global one in a chat window at the bottom of your screen. And it allows you to build similar type of functionality that you would get from a custom GPT, but to have it on your website. So let's look at some of the features here. You can build AI-powered customer support bots that are powered by knowledge base files that you can upload to the vector store in the OpenAI platform. The plugin supports tool calling, so you can expose some of the basic WordPress functionality to the chat assistant, including site search, where you can parse a user's query and run the WordPress site search function to retrieve answers directly from your pages or your posts. The plugin also supports email and webhook integration. You can send emails using the WordPress mail function, so that if you're using it to build a survey, you can email the results to the site owner. You can also post data to a webhook. This is good because you can trigger automated workflows that you've built in Zapier, Make, Airtable, or even a custom backend that you've written. The chat interface itself is very customizable. There's a list of CSS variables that make it very easy to theme to match your current website, and you can also override the CSS if you know some front end development. If you want to extend the functionality with custom PHP functions, you can build WordPress actions or filters in a separate plugin, and then make those actions or filters available to the chat assistant to then extend out any functionality to call custom PHP functions via tool calling with your assistant. The plugin supports message moderation using the moderation API from OpenAI, and it also allows you to enable profanity filtering as well. You can embed multiple chat widgets on a page. You can retrieve posts of different post types, including like products if you're running a WooCommerce website, or any custom post types. And then the plugin supports logging and debugging, so that you can track the interactions on your website and debug any issues that may come up. So to see this in action, we'll try out the chat plugin support bot that I put on the page. To get started, you can see that we can set a intro message, and also we can give the user a list of questions to start out the conversation. So we'll try what features does the chat plugin offer? And while it's thinking, you can see that it's making a call to the Assistants API to retrieve this information from the vector store. And you can see that the plugin offers seamless integration, customizable experience, and multiple chat widgets, and the advanced functions that I mentioned earlier. One cool feature that I built in is that through a specific prompt instruction that you can add to your assistant, you can actually have the OpenAI assistant suggest answers back to the user to make it easier to keep the conversation flowing. As these suggested answers come back to the plugin, it will render these questions as buttons that allow the user to just tap on a button to keep the conversation flowing seamlessly without having to type or speak anything back to the assistant. Now, you can also enable the user to override this and ask a different question where they can type in their own query. So to test this, we're going to say, what are the system requirements, and see what we get back. And you can see that it retrieved the answer from the vector store with the WordPress version that's required, the PHP version, and that you need a valid API key for the Assistants API. So because this product is this plugin is open source and free, the only costs associated with using it are the costs of using the OpenAI Assistants API directly. The second plugin I want to explore is called the Quick Search Summarizer. And this plugin allows you to override the default WordPress search function to give the users a Perplexity-like experience on your website, where instead of getting a list of pages and posts that don't really offer much information when they type a search query, they will get a visualization of the results along with a summary of the top sources that the plugin was able to pull. So to test this out, you can also go to Treyworks.com and click the search button. You'll see a modal will pop up that allows you to enter your search query. So we'll say, how does AI help lead generation? So this plugin works in 2 steps. First, it takes the user's search query and it optimizes the keywords that are being asked, and then that is passed on to the WordPress search function. The array of results is then analyzed by a secondary prompt that creates a summary report that is then shown to the user. And the real power of this plugin is that you're able to customize the prompt that creates the summary. So you can tell it to create a long summary, a short summary, or in this case, I have a short paragraph that summarizes the top results and then also lists out the main results from the search with a brief 1-sentence summary underneath. So you can see that if a user were to ask this question, they would get a very concise answer followed by the sources and another generated summary underneath there to provide much more context and to make your website much more usable. And then at the bottom, there's an accordion that does show the complete list of sources in case the user wanted to explore more. So there are 2 plugins that are available right now at Treyworks.com. Again, the link will be in the description below the video, where you can instantly enhance the user experience on your website and bring your website into 2025.